So welcome back to the first session in our mindfulness course. This is an introduction to mindfulness, and this is part 2 of that introduction. So mindfulness is very much about practice, but practicing what exactly? And first of all, as you may recall from our initial definition, we're going to practice focused attention. But what do we mean by focused attention? Well, it means having a sustained vigilance or awareness of something we've chosen to put our attention on. And it can be used as a direct tool for being more successful at what we're doing, or simply to bring our mind back when it gets distracted. Secondly, this is happening in the present moment. This is both in terms of our internal world and our external world. We're not being drawn away by ruminating about the past and what happened there, what might have happened, what could have happened, what should have happened, and all this kind of nonsense. And we're not imagining a future which may or may not ever happen. So mindfulness is about sustaining our focused attention in the present moment and doing so in a non-judgmental way. Now, this non-judgmental acceptance may seem a little strange. How can we possibly be non-judgmental given all that happens in our lives? Well, it is a skill that we will be developing during this course. It may not come naturally, but it is a key element of obtaining the benefits of mindfulness, which are being aware of what's going on in the moment and of not simply reacting to them as we might have done in the past, but choosing a more skillful route where we have more options as to what we do and what we don't do. So you could sum it up by saying that mindfulness is all about being where you are right now, just as you are. Now, we've probably noticed and are aware of the old mind's tendencies to wander, to speculate on the future and ruminate on the past and so on. So it does take quite a lot of practice to break that habit. And that's what we're going to be talking about during the rest of this course. We're going to be introducing lots of practices for you to do, and we're going to be suggesting the most effective ways for you to do them so that you can build up this skill of mindfulness. Remind ourselves of the importance of daily practice, and the power and skill of mindfulness develops with disciplined effort. So practice the guided meditations as they come up during the course and in between sessions and so on. Some of them you may find quite boring. Some of them may even irritate you, but it doesn't really matter. They're just exercises which are here for a reason. Which brings us on to quite an important idea when it comes to mindfulness. It's not about trying to create some happy state where everything's wonderful and you're smiling all the time and all the rest of it. You don't even have to like the exercises, and mindfulness isn't about being happy all the time. It's not about enjoying the present moment necessarily. Mindfulness is all about experiencing the present moment without judging it. What we found in the past, and possibly the way we are often now, is we simply react based on past experiences to what's going on around us. That means that we're not actually in the present moment. We're not actually responding necessarily in the most appropriate way. So this practice that we do is often about breaking habits that we have, which can meet a certain kind of resistance within us. There's part of us which often doesn't want to change, part of us that doesn't want to learn new skills and so on. So whatever you're experiencing, whether you enjoy the exercises, whether you're bored with them, whether you're getting kind of frustrated with them, it really doesn't matter. Just be aware that they come, they last for a while, and they go. And like everything else in life, they will pass us by sooner or later. So each time you practice, whether it's repeating one you've done in the past or it's a new practices, each time you practice, you become that little bit more skillful in applying mindfulness to yourself and to your everyday life. And as you do that, you'll find that you're more present, you're reducing your stress, and you're more aware to what's going on in your life, and therefore can respond to it in more and more skillful and more appropriate ways. So having said all that, let's move on to our next practice, which is perhaps a little bit strange. And this exercise is called feeling your feet. So very simply, just put your feet on the floor. Feel the floor. Is it hard? Is it soft? Are you wearing some kind of shoes or slippers or whatever? Feel your toes. Feel the arch of your foot. Feel your heel. Feel the body of your foot. What are they like? Right here, right now. Ironically, by simply becoming aware of our feet, we can stimulate the part of our nervous system which helps us calm down. And whilst it's something which we've been doing in our earlier exercises, you may recall I've asked you to put your feet flat on the floor. It's also something you can use every day. If you're in a meeting and you're dropping off to sleep, or you're commuting to work and you're getting a bit bored, or you're standing in the kitchen waiting for the kettle to boil, the simple act of putting your attention on your feet not only grounds you, not only helps you to begin to relax, but also brings you very much into the present moment. And the beauty of it is that no one needs to know you're doing it, which is why, you're sitting in that meeting, you're trying to stay awake, and you can just feel your feet on the floor and no one knows that you're doing it. So it's a very easy way for you to come back into the present moment, and a very easy way to become more calm and more centered. So that's our final exercise for this particular session. Let's move into our closing notes. So our next session is going to be on mindfulness of the body. That's going to be the theme of it. I'll remind you that you have a student workbook for this first session. I recommend that you go through it if you haven't done so already, and put into practice some of the exercises there and study some of the key points which this session covers. If you have any questions on the course, simply go to the website and you'll find a contact form there, and just send them off to me and I'll respond to them as quickly as I can. So in closing, let's close by wishing all sentient beings, including ourselves, well. So thank you very much for taking part in this first session. I look forward to joining you in session 2, when we'll be looking at mindfulness and the body.